Hello world. Uh, it's funny, I made this video a couple weeks back and a bit of things have changed since then. I What's funny is that I was talking about how people have been like driving erratically lately and I've noticed it more, and then I got into an accident. Somebody hit their car into mine. And then I was like so shaken up by that. I got a rental from my insurance company and I'm driving the rental home and I get into a fender bender myself. So yeah, two car accidents within probably like a 4-day span. Luckily seemed to be okay, but we'll see how that plays out. And I think that I just have been like really, changing a lot of things in my life and pushing for change. And I guess that leads me to like the idea of comfort killing, you know, and getting too comfortable with things is never really a good thing. I also think it's a luxury and it's nice, and what I'm pushing for now is a better way of living, an easier way of living, understanding that it doesn't have to be so hard, that I don't have to make it so hard, that I don't have to put so much pressure on things. I'm not doing it all right. But I do think that, tensions are very, very high in the States right now. And what I'm kind of hoping to do within the next 6 months or so is live a more nomadic life. Luckily, recently I got into a relationship and my partner feels the same way as me. We're both kind of like, what are we doing here in the US? We're both feeling that misery, the dread, I think, that a lot of people are feeling right now, and that we don't feel it's necessary to stick around to kind of see it all play out. But I think it leads to a lot more things of the shifts that are happening. I think that we were in such a weird time growing up in the 90s and coming into like the digital world and the transition of all of that, and then we had to navigate that as kids. Our parents didn't really have the idea or know-how of all that, and then I think the school system didn't catch up with all of this, and it's led to just broader issues, I think. I just think for like a lot of time I've been like seeking external help from people who I think that have more, knowledge than I do. And it's whether that's like a therapist or, someone who's older than me, or, whatever that may be. I think it's also just like, it's within me. I know what I want, but I also had to build that confidence to get to this point where I'm like, yeah, no, I trust myself enough to believe in myself and to know that whatever decision I make is going to lead me to where I need to be. So I guess, I've been making a lot of changes. on the personal side, I'd say it's a lot more trust in myself. Kind of let go of the idea of I need something to soothe me or fix me or do something to like numb, my feelings. For the longest time, I would be seeking like medication, or therapy or that sort of stuff. Psychedelics. But I think it was all part of the journey, and it led me to this point. I think what's frustrating is that looking back, I realized that these people didn't really know more than me. They, they just could guide me in a sense. But majority were very poor at guiding me. And I think that's also frustrating. I think looking at it all, from like the school system to adulthood to figuring out what you want to the lack of support systems for humans, all around is very poor, especially in the US, and we're seeing it now more than ever. And then people wonder why people are losing their minds, or why they're driving erratically, or why they're so distracted, or why they're always on their phones, or, why they're just like dopamine seeking all the time. And I'm not saying that I'm not like that. I am I am like that, so I know what it's like. So anyways, I've just been trusting myself more, and the plan is to now just travel more, make my life more simple, do what I actually want to do, go for it, because I don't know, I could die tomorrow. I could get in another car accident and die. I mean, like, that's the reality of these situations. And luckily that didn't happen. I have another day to live for. And so, yeah, so what does that look like? I've been doing my eBay business more. I've been structuring the entertainment and production business more. It's 4 a.m. because I can't sleep, but this is what my eBay madness looks like. Just piles and piles of stuff. I don't know. Let's see if I can show you the little stock room over here. Yeah, just stocked up. But yeah, I just have been kind of making things work and doing what I want to do. I resell things on eBay, and I just have been like going really, really hard. Next week I head on a little last minute vacation, and we'll just go from there. So I just would say, like, if you have something in mind, trust yourself. You know better than anybody else knows. And just go with it. What is the worst that could happen? So, catch you next time for an update that's probably 3 to 6 months or a year spanned out. All right.